What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Let It Be Known. I'm Darren Randall. We back with Lamar, and we just heard about Alvin Kamara. You heard about the little beating he had, and I'm gonna just present it right now, just so we can get straight into it. We ain't got too much time, so we're gonna kind of ramp it up, up the speed. But let's get straight into it. So first we got Alvin Kamara. And Alvin Kamara, it was reported today, Alvin Kamara and three others have been indicted for an alleged beating at a Las Vegas nightclub during last year's Pro Bowl weekend. And Lamar, if you remember, dog, this shit was crazy because it ended up happening right before the Pro Bowl. Alvin Kamara still went into the game and he ended up playing. I don't know if too many players have done that. I don't know if that was smart by Alvin Kamara, especially if he knew what happened. He maybe should have reported it. It probably would have helped his cause because now it's making the NFL look bad. Because it's like NFL, you guys didn't know about that, or maybe we're kind of challenging them. Like maybe they did know about that and they still allowed him to play. But either way, it's bad for Alvin Kamara. It's bad for the Saints. It possibly could be bad for Derek Carr because who knows if this is going to play in his contract. Who knows they're going to have to keep him, release him, trade him. Who knows what's going to happen. But how are you feeling on the whole situation?
No, you said that perfectly. So my opinion on the situation, Alvin Kamara, you gotta know, you're a professional football player. You can't put yourself in that type of light. Also, too, there's reports that the guy was pretty much innocent. He didn't really like fight back or anything, so that makes Alvin Kamara really look bad. And then they caught him bragging about it. I don't know how they caught audio of it, but somehow they caught audio of Alvin basically, bragging to his friend like, "Oh,
Somebody
how he socked him
snitching.
so hard at the jaw." Yeah, either somebody snitching or somehow they got audio somewhere where they overheard some conversations going on. But I don't think they're going to be done for the career is not going to be done. I think if anything, excuse me, the most is going to happen is I think Alvin going to be suspended the first 6 games of the season going into next season. It's weird though because you're right though. The NFL knew about this. This happened before this season, and they still let Alvin
Yeah,
play.
right.
But I think they let him play because they didn't have all full evidence and then stuff like that. But now since everything has come out to light, now they're probably about to discipline Alvin for most likely for like the first 6 games.
So we thinking more suspension than a cut because I would also think maybe they might want to cut him
Nah,
because you see a lot of players end up cut, especially depending on how bad
well,
the incident was.
no, yeah, I was gonna say maybe. I mean, you're not completely wrong. They might can cut him or they might will cut him just because he has a big contract. Um,
Right.
and if they cut him, they can just get rid of the contract. Well, if they trade him, they can trade his contract to another team. So I'm pretty sure some teams be iffy about trading for running back sometimes. So you might be right though. They might end up cutting him.
Shit, if they cut him, I'm feeling like that's going to even hurt Derek Carr. But Derek Carr might weigh into his decision. Oh, y'all not going to have Alvin Kamara, so who am I going to play with? I'm going to play with no Michael Thomas, no Alvin Kamara. I'm going to play with basically Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston. I'm going to play with a quarterback room. The guys that's been struggling a little bit. It's not like they don't have other options of weapons, but I feel like Alvin Kamara is that number one guy on the team. That if you're deciding where you want to go, he has to be there. It's like if I'm gonna go play for the Vikings, I need Justin Jefferson. I'm not about to go with no Justin Jefferson. It's not gonna
For
happen.
sure. I feel that. Like, I feel that. I feel that. That's the same thing with even vice versa. Like even with receivers, they don't go like D Hop. He wanted to go somewhere where it was like a young quarterback where they had a shot at winning. You don't go nowhere where the quarterback is you don't even know who the quarterback is. Same thing, as a quarterback. You don't go somewhere where you don't know if the O line is going to be good. You don't know if you ain't going to have a number one target at receiver. But with the Saints, they do have a first round pick, so maybe they can spend that first rounder. I really feel like the Saints are one of those teams that have to draft some type of positional skill position.
A
They
weapon,
have
yeah.
offensive line. Yeah, they need a weapon. They have Olave, but they need someone a weapon. Maybe they can go out and get the guy from Alabama, Jameer Gibbs. I want the Eagles to get him, but I mean, it'd be cool to see him with the Saints jersey. So
I think that will work too. So if he's suspended 6 games, how would that play affect in the rest of the season? Because I feel like that would still even play a big part in it. Even if he's just suspended 6 games, Derek Carr might be like, or another quarter might be like, okay, that's still too many games. But we thinking around 6 to 5 games, not a full suspension for a season, right? Or maybe they would discipline him this
uh,
season because they allowed him to play, and he did that.
nah, I didn't. Nah, I didn't. I ain't gonna say I didn't see worse because it seemed like every situation is treated differently nowadays. They
True.
take into account, a lot of this, just a lot of situational stuff. But I really honestly feel like he's only gonna be suspended for like 6 games, if that. maybe even 4. But I don't think this is gonna have an effect on Derek Carr though. I think Derek Carr is gonna go somewhere where he's wanted, wherever he feels wanted at. I feel like the Saints is the perfect place for him, even if they do lose Alvin Kamara, because there's nothing to replace a running back. As you guys can see, there's been rookie running backs leading the league in like rushing. There's been
I wouldn't say it's nothing, but
Brees Hall went in the second round,
right. I can't say nothing
and
about
then
that, but it's Alvin Kamara. It's
and
not
then
like you can just bring anybody
Elijah
in,
Mitchell,
especially when the whole
Elijah
offense
Mitchell,
runs through them. Though that's another team
Elijah
where the
Mitchell in the
whole
fourth
offense.
round.
But the Niners do that with every
Right.
running back.
You got to switch up
I don't
your
know.
offense.
I feel like Alvin Kamara is just now. I can't say he's
You don't.
irreplaceable, but I feel like he's used so much in the Saints system that he has to continue to be up in there unless they bring in a real skilled guy, like you said in the draft. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
No, I agree with you, but it's definitely guys out there that resemble Alvin Kamara, such as like John Connor. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He can run the ball between the tackles. There's so
he's
many guys out there that you pick up. A lot cheaper, yeah.
And moving on though,
Yeah.
we also heard news from Jalen Ramsey or about Jalen Ramsey. A lot of speculation he might end up being cut. He might not be a Ram next year. And I think it makes sense. Me and you, I think we both thought we could both see it. You know, the Rams might be rebuilding, but it's kind of strange how they just made Aaron Donald come back when he was basically contemplating retirement. It was looking like he was going to be out the league, and then they bribed him. They're like, okay, come back. We need you to come. Okay, he comes back. The same thing with McVay. We thought McVay was possibly going to be leaving, so that's kind of strange. So I don't know if they're going to be rebuilding. Are they going to continue to try to stay with this star-powered offense and star-powered team? But Matthew Stafford's getting older. That was even a discussion. Maybe he might retire. You know, he's getting hurt. He's been through I think like two or three concussions in a season. He has nothing to really prove anymore. He's already won his one Super Bowl, but he's still acting like he's hungry. So I don't know what's going on with the Rams, but this was let me play this little clip we had from earlier today. And this was the Rams owner, one of the Rams owners. So he how do you say Kevin Dimoff? Am I saying that right?
I believe that's the GM. No, you're right. The Rams COD. Yeah, Kevin Dimoff.
All right, so I'm gonna play this clip real quick from him earlier today.
What does he mean to your guys' program, and how much of a priority is it to keep him?
Look, I think anytime you go from Super Bowl champions to a disappointing year, you know, everybody's always wondering what's next. And for us, it's getting our players healthy. It's getting back to playing at the caliber. Jalen's been a huge piece of what we've done. And I think for all of our players, it's going to be about figuring out what's best moving forward. But when you are a team like the Rams who's had success, we have a lot of great players. People are always inquiring about our talent. And it's not just Jalen. We get calls on all of our good players all the time. And, you know, the next few months, we'll see what direction this team goes, but could not be more grateful for Jalen for what he's done for the Rams, leading this defense. And
what does he?
So basically, you see it right there. He didn't rule it out. He didn't say that they're not moving on from Jalen Ramsey. He didn't say that they're sticking with him. And he also didn't clarify if they're going to rebuild or if they're going to end up staying with this star team. So what did you take from Lamar?
Honestly, I feel like he did a really good job of kind of disguising, like, you know, what he, you know, what's really going on. I feel like it might be something really going on, maybe like, you know, because I know Jalen has a temper. He has a bit of an ego sometimes. So it might be something going on at the top that he might not really like. I'm just kind of assuming, though. I'm not sure. Maybe he really does love LA. Maybe he don't want to leave. But I wouldn't doubt it, though. That I would definitely, I can definitely see teams, probably not every 32, probably not all 32 teams, but I can definitely see a few teams reaching out and trying to see, you know, what's the status with Jalen Ramsey's, you know, with the status of it with the team.
So what's the most likely possibility? We saying he gonna get traded, or is he gonna be cut? Let it be known.
Ooh, if I had to take a wild guess, I would say he's gonna stay. I can see Jalen staying.
So, you see him staying.
And when we say
no,
stay,
but
like, just like this season.
No, I'm saying what's the higher possibility of him being traded or cut? Not staying with the team, just traded or cut.
Oh, okay. I think for sure he'll get traded. I don't think they would cut him because he's worth a lot. So I would go with trade.
I could honestly see him being cut though, because a lot of teams might not want that contract. He's up 27 years old. and it's going to be hard. A lot of teams are going to they're going to really have to have the money. And if they have the money, do they have the squad that he's going to be able to want to go to? I don't think he has a no trade clause in his deal. So that doesn't really take a part. But I feel like if a team's going to make the trade, they're going to have the money, and they're going to have the defense necessary to implement him in day one. You know, you don't want a rookie defense or a defense that doesn't have a defensive line. Like you said with the Raiders, I feel like the Raiders need a little bit more work. I feel like the Raiders need a stronger defensive line, a stronger push. I feel like they weren't getting the pressure that they expected that they were going to have with Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. But what would be the teams that you could see them going to?
I would say the Niners, but the reason why I don't want to say the Niners is because I just can't see him. I mean, if he get cut, he can go to team. He go wherever team he wants. And shit, if he get cut, I'm pretty sure he probably would go to the Niners so he can get revenge. That's the type of guy Jalen Ramsey seems to be. But I feel like, I feel like if he get cut, shit. So just generally speaking, if he get cut, I can see maybe the Niners. Bro, so many teams that need corners that could use another corner.
I feel like every team needs a corner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Every team needs a corner. Every team. Like even the Eagles, like, cause I feel like Bradbury. Well, it depends on if we keep Bradbury or not. It's like if we don't keep Bradbury, we can go out and find Jalen. But even like the Vikings, they definitely use some corners. The Titans make sense just because he's from Tennessee. And then also, so he was on a podcast like I want to say a year ago, and he was just talking about how like he wouldn't mind coming home to play for his his hometown team. Eventually, I could also see Jalen.
Get him on the opposite side of Stephon Diggs. I don't know if they have the money, but they're about to get rid of Zeke. Most likely, they cut Zeke. You get up.
That'd be cool.
Bring in Ramsey. Another squad, maybe
I can see that. I can see that. Oh, maybe the Jets. Jets always got some money.
The Bills got up in there. The Bills with the Bills in them.
Trying to
get up in that trade.
I feel
like they also need some offense stuff. But damn, that defense right there with Von Miller, you bring in a guy that's already played with them, with Jalen Ramsey, good friends, great chemistry. They might bring in that championship mentality that they're kind of missing. You know, this Bills team been trying to get over the hump for a while now. You got Jalen Ramsey, he's won a Super Bowl. You're gonna have Von Miller, he's won a Super Bowl. They know what it takes. So maybe that's what it takes.
Jalen Ramsey to the Ravens with that boy Marlon Humphrey.
Ooh. No.
Especially they're not gonna pay Lamar, so they gonna get that money to somebody.
Okay, but if they gonna pay Lamar, I'm tired of seeing defensive pieces keep getting natty. Give me an offensive weapon. Give Lamar somebody, not Odell, not fucking Jackson, not Deshaun Jackson, not fucking Hollywood Brown. Give him a DeAndre Hopkins. See? We was up on it. Give him a DeAndre Hopkins. Give him somebody that can actually go get the ball, so I can actually rate Lamar fairly and give him a fair quarterback adjustment of what I see. You know what I mean? I always, I always shade him a little bit with throwing, but honest truth, he hasn't had a true wide receiver that he can actually show me what he can do. His best receiver is Mark Andrews, big ass tight end. Mark Andrews not even the best fucking tight end. He's a top 3, top 4 tight end. But that's not good enough. You need a good wide receiver, or you need Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah, so, Travis.
I don't know, man. We're gonna see how that goes. I don't know who's gonna make the call. We're gonna see. But in other news, we got the Lakers.
Kelce.
Hey, Travis, you see that? Did you end up seeing the parade yesterday?
Hell yeah.
Did you see Mahomes give the fucking trophy? Give a trophy to the fan?
I was looking like, bro, is that like a replica trophy or? Cause he just handed it to him nonchalantly, like here.
Bro, he gave the trophy hella nonchalant, fucking walked away, and probably he would have kept going if security didn't say pat, or if he would have never turned around and probably grabbed the trophy. That dude was like, "Hey, let me get it." I know he couldn't believe it when he was handed that fucking trophy. He's like, "The Lamar."
Probably would have touched hands. He probably was like, "Oh!" I was like, "Oh shit."
Man. I know his mind just blanked out.
In real life, that shit's probably heavy.
Bro, they had to be heavy. Pat Mahomes over there holding it like a nothing, but a regular dude that's not in the NFL, that's not lifting all the time, he probably like, damn, this bitch hefty. not too many fans could say they carried a Lombardi trophy. So I know that's gonna be a
For real.
memory forever. And now he's gonna even be on, like, they're gonna play 30 for 30s. It's gonna be showing Pat Mahomes doing that. That dude face is now on TV for the rest of his life. Like he's the dude that grabbed a Lombardi from Pat Mahomes.
And almost ran off on the plug.
Hey, if he had the opportunity, I don't know. Chiefs fans pretty cool. Like, at least with other Chiefs fans. So I don't think they would have tried to do nothing. I was gonna say maybe he would. If you would have gave it to a Raider fan, he would have for sure ran off with that motherfucker. And he would have been already in Oakland from Las Vegas talking about, hey, 200,000 for the Lombardi, 300. Probably trying to get off for cheap. You see, he would have been up EPA over there selling that thing. Hey, you got to go tomorrow, or what's going on?
Yeah, I gotta go back.
All right, it's good. Just shout out to my Lakers though. We was gonna speak on these dudes, but we'll get to it next time. It's only been one game, All-Star break coming up. We're gonna have to give our winners and picks before probably. What time the game starts tomorrow?
I think at like 5. But the actual All-Star game ends until Sunday, and then All-Star, like the dunk contest stuff, starts on Saturday.
Shit, I'm gonna try to do something. What time you fuck? We'll do it off this, but let's give him a last take. Let it be known, though. What do y'all think is gonna happen with Jalen Ramsey? Y'all think Jalen Ramsey's gonna end up staying with the Rams? He's gonna end up leaving the Rams? Who's gonna be the best suitor? I'm thinking probably if he gets cut, I would love to see him with the Niners. I feel like the Niners need a corner, but you got a lot of other teams like the Broncos, like the Bills. Maybe the Patriots will be a nice squad. I can even see the Chargers making a deal depending if their corner is good.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Jalen reunited with Derwin James. That'd be crazy as fuck. And with Asante, that'd be that defense would be crazy. But nah, okay, I would like to see that Chargers. Oh my god, I would like to see Jalen with the Chargers. But if I had to let it be known, I don't know why. On some random shit, I could see Jalen going to like the Jets because they got the money, and I know Jalen, he still want to get paid. They got the money to pay him. They have a good defense. They have Sauce Gardner, so you got 2 swaggy ass corners. You feel me? And then you got some safety back there on the back end. You got a good defense. So all you need is to really solidify that quarterback spot.
This is going to be the biggest offseason in the history for the Jets. If they're able to really make these moves, man, they could really be a Super Bowl contender within 1 year. They already got a lot of young pieces already set up. You bring in a quarterback like Derek Carr, have them guys believing they got a quarterback, or even Aaron Rodgers. Only Aaron Rodgers if you're able to bring in some other guys to help him out. But you're going to have to bring – and then you bring in Jalen Ramsey. You bring in DeAndre Hopkins. You bring in, I don't know, maybe draft the tight end. You right back up in there. So, and tight ends are they can really adjust off one season. Like, they don't need a whole bunch of time to really get adjusted to the NFL. Just because they're already so big, you don't got to do too much crazy shit. Just a little post route, a little block and go, something small.
Especially if the tight end. Especially if the tight end in college already was in like a system, a pro style system. He already used to that.
That's what and then you get Aaron Rodgers up in there. But Aaron Rodgers, it's the thing. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers could do it because his frustration is too low right now, especially at the end of his career. I don't know if he will want to take that risk like that. Because I'm saying the Jets could compete, but I don't think they could win the Super Bowl within that 1 year. And I think Aaron Rodgers is really like full go. It's win or go home, win or bust this late in his career. So hopefully Aaron Rodgers really does get to the Raiders, man. That's what I'm hoping he goes to. I'd love to see that. You have Aaron Rodgers versus Pat Mahomes 2 times a year.
Damn, that'd be crazy. 2 times a year. Whew. That'd be a division to watch.
Champ is. Everybody, bro, it would get the most viewers every time they faced off.
That game for sure probably be on prime time.
In the playoffs too, bro. They don't have to face each other in the playoffs too, probably. So 3 times a year.
Especially the way this year was looking, because we had a lot of divisional people facing each other like 3 times.
Hell yeah.
Well, like we had a chance to, like the Cowboys had a chance to see the Eagles another time.
We'll see how it go though. Y'all
the Niners wax them boys.
Hey man, shut up, man. See what I'm saying? This nigga ended it with that.